Steve Moran here with Senior Living Foresight. Today, I'm talking to my good friend Jack Sterne, who is one of the founders of Lumenant. And more than being a founder of Lumenant, he really is a lighting expert in the world of senior living. He eats, sleeps, and breathes it. And so today, I really just have two questions. I'm going to ask them one at a time. But my first question is that as a owner operator of senior living, why should I even care about lighting besides whether or not they are turned on?
Well, Steve, the easiest answer to that question is that most likely the lighting in your building is having a direct negative impact on your residents' health and safety.
Whoa. Okay. Help me out. Explain that.
Well, not only that, it's also probably keeping you from having move-ins.
Okay, now you've got me really worried. Okay, so where do I go from here? Okay, I'll tell you what. So you and I'm an owner operator, and I invite you into my community, and we are going to take a look at our building and try to figure out how good our lighting is, whether we got problems. What is it you're going to be looking for?
So I'm going to be looking for a couple of things. Most importantly, I'm going to be looking to see whether your lighting is uniform throughout the building and whether it's creating dark spots on the floor that are creating a fall risk for your residents. Most lighting in senior living, because senior living is in love with can lights, creates a very dangerous environment. It's trepidatious for the average senior to walk down a senior living corridor the way they're lighted now.
Okay. And what else would you be looking for?
So, that uniformity is important because I want to make sure that all of the lights are the same color temperature. Ideally, I want to see light that changes color temperature and brightness so that it mimics a natural cycle of day and night in the building. There are very few buildings in senior living that have that, but it's coming.
Great. So let's actually take a look at a picture of a before and after to see what can be done in a community. And let's have you just talk us through this before and after picture.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. The picture on the left is the before at Frankie at Seaside, a Lutheran community in outside of Charleston, South Carolina. And you can see, because of the can lights and their dim can lights, that they've created these spots on the floor in the foreground with a very dark, shadowy spot behind that. I can almost guarantee you that that's the type of lighting that's going to lead to a fall, because the senior eye just perceives that as being different heights on the floor. The right side is after we installed our circadian lighting system that both color temperature shifts and changes brightness throughout the day to be like a natural cycle of day and night. But it's got a uniformity. If you look at the floor, it's nice and lit at the same grade all the way along. That's really easy on the senior eye, and it's going to make sure that they don't fall. And it's also going to contribute to their mood and their well-being. Most importantly, having this kind of lighting is also going, because it's going to improve their sleep, is going to directly impact their immune system.
So the other thing that really hits me as sort of a layman is that I'm thinking that if I were a family walking into that community and I walked down that dark and dingy hall, I would be, I don't know about this, but I walk down the hall on the right-hand side that's bright and lively and cheery. I'm thinking this would be a cool place for
it. Feels like the sun is in that hallway, doesn't it, Steve?
That's right. It does. Exactly.
The thing we don't think about with lighting is it's like the frog boiling in water. You're working in that building, or you're used to that building. The light degrades over time. All of a sudden, it looks like hell, and you don't see it, but the family sees it. And that's why the lighting can have a direct impact on your occupancy level.
Perfect. Well, Jack, thank you very much. Great to get a little bit of education on this. And I know you've got a little checklist. So if somebody wants to sort of do a walk through their building with some resource materials, we've got a link down below that they can click on and grab that checklist so that they can start by doing their own self-evaluation. And if they're looking at it and thinking we need some more work, then they can reach out to you.
That's great. We'll send somebody out, lickety split, and actually have them walk the halls, and we can make some recommendations from there.
Perfect. Jack, thanks very much. Appreciate the conversation.
Always a pleasure, Steve.